Wake that ass up
early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. A couple of weeks ago, I was out riding on my bike, and I was riding with a friend of mine who told me about these individuals that were doing a very interesting riding on the Underground Railroad, journey. And we have two individuals right here on the phone with us, and they're going to tell us why they go on that ride and what they're doing it for. So can you introduce yourself to the people, please?
Hey, what's up?
So my name is John Bobby Shackleford.
And I'm Olajide. And yeah, John is riding the Underground Railroad and I'm documenting it. So I'm a documentary film director. We're following him on his journey, and it's like a 19-day journey.
Let's talk about it. So what makes you want to drive the Underground Railroad? I mean, that's a long journey, and what makes you want to do that actual ride?
So there's actually a designated bike route for the Underground Railroad that a white people had written off from Mobile to Canada. And I'm like, man, that's not right. You know, like most slaves in the northeast of the, kind of around Florida. So I decided to go that way. But it didn't really start out as a documentary. It started out as me just wanting to do this ride for myself. Mm-hmm. And then also there was lack of black representation in the cycling community. So I just thought that damn, there's a lot of missing pieces that I feel like I can fill in. And it I started contacting people, and then it just spiraled into this real big documentary that's happened in 4 months, which is really unheard of. To get all the support and everything.
John, what drew you to the Underground Railroad? Why that route in particular?
The amount of history, and bikes give me freedom, and slaves were in search of their freedom. So I kind of compared them to the two. And I'm like, damn, they're very similar. So if I can get my freedom on the Underground Railroad and show people that you can get your freedom too, just from riding a bike, you don't have to ride 1,100 miles, but a bike can bring you freedom. And
what got you into riding bikes? What got you into? Because I used to laugh at people when I used to see riding bikes. I'd be like, look at this guy riding the bike with the funny outfits on. And then maybe about a couple months, I'm that same guy. I'm the funny guy wearing the same outfits, riding, doing 60, 70 miles this week, and we did over 100 miles. So what got you into bikes?
I needed a job at 18, and I had dropped out of college. And I was just like, man, I need some money in my pocket. And I started delivering burritos in DC, and that turned into me working for a messenger company, and I started getting into racing. And I was like, once I got hooked into racing, I started traveling. So bikes was my outlet to see the world and the country and stuff like that. So it definitely got me on the hood and just into more positive things like racing bikes.
Gotcha.
That's kind of how I met all these individuals who I picked to do what I do.
Now, explain the route you have to take. What is the Underground Railroad Trail? Because, looking on the site, I see these things look like, you're going through cornfields, you're going underground to certain areas. So explain this route, and how did you find this route?
Man, I actually picked the route because it related to me. A lot of history. I wanted to learn a lot on this route. It was a big learning thing for me. A lot of my friends didn't know, anything about the Underground Railroad. People thought that it was literally a railroad, and I was really shocked that I was hearing these answers. So again, I wanted to learn and teach other people. So I chose Mobile as a start because that was the last place that a slave ship had landed.
And that's in Alabama.
Yeah. And Mobile. And then we chose Selma, which was important for
civil rights. Yeah. So we've been to Montgomery so far. Mm-hmm. The guys have ridden to Georgia. Right now, actually, we're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be heading out tomorrow. We're going to be in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. So we're going South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. And then we end up on Indigenous Peoples Day in Washington, D.C. The idea is that, we don't know what we're going to see when we, when the guys are riding this route. But when they get to DC, we're hoping that they're going to inspire a huge critical mass bike ride. So we're telling everyone, come and join us on October 12th. Come and celebrate the guys actually making it through. I mean, they're doing 1,100 miles, which is crazy. I mean, some days you guys are doing 100 miles.
Yeah, we have
in a
300-mile days in a row. So it'd be interesting to see how the boys, health,
yeah,
comes about in those days, but we ready for it, man.
Yeah, I did 100 miles Saturday, and my ass was hurting for 2 days. I ain't gonna front.
You got the wrong saddle, my dude. You got the wrong saddle.
My ass was hurting.
He can't take it.
Shut up.
What's the longest you rode without stopping, John?
Man, I was in Europe and I rode, I was like 120 in like 10 hours.
Wow.
And that was the longest I've ever ridden. And I was going from Parnu, Estonia to Latvia, Riga, Latvia, in one swoop. Yeah.
What kind of emotions do you deal with when you on the Underground Railroad trail though? That's gotta be.
Man, second day was a little nervous, man, riding through Alabama. You know, we got split up, and man, they crazy out here, man. I felt like they was trying to someone was trying to snatch up a few of our riders, you know, like some random white dude got out the car and like looked at them funny and made them nervous. So like it can be scary, man. That's why like I didn't want to go with myself. It's good to ride. You're more powerful with numbers, you know. And once he saw the rest of us, the car left. You know, he wasn't.
How y'all split up? How did y'all split up? Y'all left them or?
Yeah, no, we this was like day 2, and everybody trying to get acclimated to their pace. So they was like a mile and a half behind us, and a random car had pulled up in the side. We were in the middle of nowhere in Alabama, just leaving Alabama, and he had pulled up and pulled over the side of the road and let his boy get out of the car. And he ran. He walked across the highway and approached the 2 young men from the shoulder, and they didn't stop. They kept going, and then they called me and was like, "Yo, some weird shit is happening. Y'all need to stop." So they stopped, and you know the car kept going, but we could see the car stop again because he didn't see us until he kept passing. So once he seen us, the car kept going, man. He was like, "Man, we should get a gun or something, bro. Like, shit is too wild out here in the armpit of America. We gotta be careful, you know, really stick together." So after that, we've been real close ever since. We don't leave nobody behind.
But we still don't know what you guys are going to come across. I mean,
you've
still got like.
We still got Richmond, Virginia. We got a lot of places to go through, and like a lot of sundown towns. I don't know if you heard that. Can't be you shouldn't be out and about after night, after dark type stuff. And we definitely rode through some sundown towns.
Yeah. Now, what about you, Fizz? Are you riding with them, taping it, or you in the car behind them?
I'm in the car behind them. We're in a car, we're filming it. But it's also quite dangerous because we're on a highway. And so, you know, we're not like stopping traffic. So we're like figuring out what's the best way that we can do it, how we can film them, but also keep them safe, but capture what's going on. But yeah, I'm riding along with them. I mean, we're camping at night. I don't camp, but I now do. Yeah. You know, we're going through crazy places.
The first day we stayed, we actually spoke with a woman who like, it was crazy how we had this small conversation with this woman, and she ended up giving us like complimentary hotels like in downtown Mobile, which was amazing.
I mean, we're meeting amazing people along the way. I mean, yesterday was really amazing for us. We're in Atlanta. We drove out to Brunswick. And we met with Ahmad Aubrey's family. We met with his dad, his aunts, his cousins, because they do a bike ride, a monthly bike ride in his honor, in his memory. And, you know, we went out there, we met up with them. They were really like supportive of what the guys were doing, super excited. And we gave out a ton of bikes to the community.
Branded helmets, man. And the smiles of the kids on their faces, man, that was priceless. Like, fuck everything else. But that right there was super important to me. Just like, even making them smile and making their day. You know,
so
a lot of these kids, a lot of these kids never had bikes. They never first time riding bikes, so it was real cool to like really share what I loved. And you know.
Yeah, like hopefully we're inspiring a generation like with this, with the documentary.
That's what I've been trying to do on the bike now. I've been trying to push people to bike because as I'm biking more and more and more, you don't see that many of us biking. Right? Exactly. You see white people biking, you see Asian people biking, but you don't really see that many black people biking. And even some of the routes that we take, you see people working out, and you really don't see too many of us working out. So I've been really trying to push the importance in how much fun it is to biking and how much you can just zone out. Like it's for me, it's a stress reliever. I can just ride and you ain't got to, there's no answering your phone. There's no FaceTiming. There is no, it's just you, the road, and if you got music on, and that's it. And it's the best feeling ever.
That's that sense of freedom I've been trying to tell people, trying to spread that. It's like a drug, man. Like for me, it's like a drug. I do that. I've been as a bike messenger for like 6 or 7 years now, and I love it. You know, I haven't found another job that I love that much. You know, just that sense of being outside, being able to be your own boss. You on your own schedule. You know, so like that's that freedom that I want to instill in other people. You know.
Hey Fizz, what impact do you want this documentary to have?
Yeah, I really want, on so many different levels, I want to break stereotypes. Like, people don't see this group of men riding bikes and just in nature, and they love it. I mean, we want to get to a place where people really respect what they're about to do. Like, it's exhilarating. It's going to be, you know, like I said, just breaking stereotypes. It's fun. I mean, us as Black people, we are cool, we are quirky, we are fun. And that's what you're going to see, the camaraderie between the guys. This isn't a sad story. This is a story of triumph, hopefully, you know, because we still don't know what's going to happen. We've still got 10 more days to go. But along the way, we've spoken to amazing, amazing people. We've met with really cool people who are just so encouraging. And we really just want to inspire people to say, I can do this too. And it's a celebration of Black culture. No matter where in the world you're from, like, you're going to be able to identify and really connect with these guys because they're super cool.
Absolutely.
And y'all inviting bikers to join y'all on the last day of the ride on 10/12, right, in DC?
Correct. Yeah.
Where do you want them to meet you? What area? Where do you want them to meet you at? Where at in DC?
We're gonna post it on our IG. So our IG is Underground Railroad Ride, and so we'll have all the details there. So if you're in DC, if you're nearby, like, come through.
Even if you're in New York, you're Philly, take a ride to DC or Philly. Come do it.
That's a long ride. That's about 2 hours. You can take the train and get there.
I bet you can do it in 2 days. You get 2 days off.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. Because after I ride to DC to see y'all, I ain't riding no more. I'm tired. I need a hotel room. I ain't riding with y'all. I'll take a train up there and then we can ride.
Yeah. When I come back, I gotta go back to work. So
there you go.
Word.
Well, we appreciate you guys for checking and good luck. And give them the website one more time.
It's undergroundrailroadride.com. Follow us on Instagram. We've got the website too.
Well, good luck. Stay safe out there, and we appreciate you guys, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
Peace.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.